splintered, shivered and quivered, but the gleam is still there in the eyes of the survivors. 8 machines left in our first semi-final, ready to rumble for a place in the Robot Wars Grand Final. The quest for the champion is reaching its climax. 15 fights to go before we have our winner. Losers, get ready to be sliced.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who thought he could win his guardsman on Sale of the Century, Craig Charles.
If you're of a nervous disposition, then look away now, because this is the first of our Robot Wars semi-finals. Now, it was sci-fi writer Isaac Asimov who laid down the first law of robotics, that a robot may not injure a human being or allow a human being to come to harm. But the great thing is, it doesn't say anything about them bashing the absolute oblivion out of each other. And so, after lots of robots being pulverised into a big old tangled mess, we're now left with 8 law-abiding qualifiers.
Craig, open that gate, let's see the 8. Firestorm with its classic wedge shape and the flipping arm. Chaos 2, very experienced team, lots of speed, another powerful flipper too. Mace 2, solid and dependable if ponderous. A lifting arm here. They reached the semi-finals in the last series. Good team. Panic Attack, the reigning champions from Wales. Strong enough to push its own weight. Just about anything else that gets in the way. Pitbull, a Rottweiler's jaws, a Bulldog's bravery, a Jack Russell's tenacity. Throw this dog a bone, and it'll chew you up. Big Brother actually voted a loser by the judges, but deserving a place in the semi-final according to the team which beat it.
The judges' decision was wrong, in our opinion, and we're allowing you to go through to the next round.
You win.
You win.
I got a great big cuddle.
You get a cuddle, man.
Like little Joe, the Big Brother team there. Thing 2's face will light up when it's doing well. Well enough so far. And Trident, a new team to Robot Wars. The house robots didn't like old shiny shoes. More on that later. And don't forget, only 2 of these 8 survived this semi-final.
Tonight's competitors will face the usual knockout competition. But these aren't just any old robots we're talking about here. They're the robotic hard nuts. The only pushovers will be over the side of the arena. In the end, however, only 2 survivors can return for our grand final. Robot Wars the Armageddon.
Craig, this is how they line up in the semi. Firestorm against Pitbull, a lifting arm against a crushing weapon. Panic Attack, the champions against rank outsiders Thing 2. Will Big Brother's flail weapon dent Mace 2? And Chaos 2, my favourite for this semi-final against the surprise packets Trident.
OK, so let's get this semi-final on the road to ruin. Let the wars begin.
From Durham, Firestorm.
Groundhog team in the last series return with motors from a lawnmower and a cordless driller, flipping Shremek self-righting arm and an ignition button to fire up a storm.
Hi, I'm Grimborn. And I'm Alex Moji. And this is our robot Firestorm. It's a wedge-shaped robot, runs at 36 volts, and it's got 1 go-kart tyres. It's got 3 main weapons. It's got these belts on the front, where you're going to need someone, the belt to pull them up onto the arm, and the arm will push them over. The arm will also self-right us, so if we get tipped over, we can flip ourselves back over. We've also got this spike at the back.
Firestorm, a very complete robot, smashing Crasher Nasher, and then up against the phenomenal Facet using its Shremek, the self-righting mechanism. Well, that has become a real feature of this series of Robot Wars. And finally against the mighty popular Diotio team from Dublin, Firestorm made its way through to the series semi-finals. Graham Bone there on the left likes his Airfix models, and Alex Mordew on the right.
From Nottinghamshire, Pitbull.
A nasty gnasher with grinning, gurning, yawning jaws, which can crush with a force of 3/4 of a ton, can be rolled, and isn't the most mobile out of the kennel.
Hello, I'm Ivor. And I'm Phil. And this is our robot, Pitbull. Top speed of about 15 miles an hour. We drive straight into the opposition, we clamp onto them, and then we bite really hard. We've taught it a few tricks. We've taught it how to fetch, and we've taught it how to bite.
And nibble too. And that's what happened to something in the first battle involving Pitbull. Nibbled onto the arena torch. Finished there and then. Next up for Pitbull was Technophobic. Onto the arena flame pit this time. And finally, Behemoth. The crushing jaws got hold, and in the end unlucky to be flipped by the arena spike. Pitbull into the semi-finals. Ivor at the controls. Phil Botting couldn't be here for this. Charlie Binns from the Suicidal Tendencies team is with him, and Philippa met up with him earlier.
This is the semi-finals.
Right.
How do you feel?
Yeah, you feel confident?
Well, you're no longer alone.
No, I've got Charlie from Suicidals.
Oh, hello, Charlie. Isn't that nice of you?
Yeah.
Pitbull's in raring condition.
Yes, he is, yeah, ready to bite.
Okay, fantastic. Firestorm, how do you feel?
Pretty silly in these furry cod pieces.
Well, I wasn't going to mention it, actually. I was just going to leave everyone to wonder. What on earth is the story?
Well, it was the last match with Deodore. They said that if they were going to win, they'd wear them. So they lost, so we're wearing them.
I wonder why they lost.
Well,
yes, you look stupid.
Thank you.
We'll be doing the full Monty later.
There's not much padding in there, is there?
Doesn't need to be.
Oh, they're calling for you in the arena. Bring your robot. No, you do the robot bringing. It's too heavy. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks.
You could have got a thong.
Roboteers, stand by.
Firestorm, will it be going for a thong after this one? With Graham Bone and Alex Mordew. And Pitbull, the Growler. With Ivor and Charlie Binns from the Suicidal Tendencies team. And Pitbull quickly away. Can get up to 15 miles an hour. Firestorm's still the quicker. And with a sharper turning circle, but look at the sharp teeth of Pitbull grabbing hold of Firestorm. And this could be the first surprise of the semi-finals. Firestorm regarded in the pits as a complete robot with fine weaponry, good technical ability too. There's Matilda waiting to get into the action. Leaving eyes, but Pitbull being rock and rolled here by the arena spike and still managing to hold on to Firestorm with those gnashing teeth. Now Firestorm away. Lucky break there. Firestorm on the attack now. Lots of robots in this series with that wedge shape. You can see superficial damage to the side of Firestorm created by Pitbull. PTO. Bees turn over. And can the barrel-shaped Pitbull now roly-poly up and over? How ironic it was. Behemoth was beaten by Pitbull because Behemoth was knocked up and over by an arena spike. And the same fate now has befallen Pitbull. And I'm not too sure whether Ivor can right this machine now. We said all along, always likely to be rolled, and in come the house robots. Irony, irony. Well, here's old Iron Knees, dead metal. And in goes the circular saw on Pitbull. Slicing in to the cold flanks of the dead doggy. And kill a lot there as well. And this really now a warning to any of the other semi-finalists up and coming. The house robots here mean business. Pitbull is finished. It means Firestorm survived this round. Onto the flame pit, Pitbull. Hot dog, onions, ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard. Kill a lot once and all. Poor old Pitbull. PTO. Are you sure? Look at this for the tenacity of a Pitbull. It's beaten and still wants a little nip in the tail of Kill-A-Lot. Well done. That's splendid stuff. Back again. Well done, Ivor.
Well, in the dog-eat-dog world of Robot Wars, Pitbull made a real dog's dinner of that. Firestorm goes through.
Naughty boy, or was it just him being disobedient at the end?
No, that was intentional. What they did was they shouted cease, and then Sir Killalot hung us over the flame pit for about another 30 seconds. So I said, fair's fair. If he can attack me after the whistle, I can attack him after the whistle.
You had a little go, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You were like a little terrier,
We've
weren't you?
broken his hydraulic arm, so we're happy about that.
Pitbull unhappily though going out. Firestorm through, and next up Panic Attack against Thing 2.
From Gwent and reigning champion, Panic Attack.
The champ has lifting spikes powered by Swedish Electrics, an alloy frame, 3mm shell. It can lift and push its own weight, and it's the heaviest in the heat.
Hello, we're Team Panic. My name is Kim Davis, I'm team captain. This is my son Michael. We're back from the last wars with a few improvements. We now have a self-righting mechanism, and we have much larger and much more powerful spikes.
They took on the favourite Cassius in the final of the last wars, and they were triumphant. Good durability, and this is the power of the push. Cassius in the pits.
Congratulations.
And hold the award up,
Hold it up, go on. Yay!
Back for the third series of Robot Wars. Axios overturned. Toe cutter, the next for the chop. Panic Attack working its way into a good rhythm here. Against Exterminator in the heat final, they slammed their opponents twice on the arena walls, breaking its pneumatic canister, and the house robots came in for the kill. Dad Kim and son Michael. Panic Attack's his idea, actually, Michael's.
From Surrey, Thing.
A shiny aluminium frame and side panels. The front panel lights up. The formidable lashing lifting arm with an axe or claw hasn't been too effective so far, actually.
We are the Addams family. I'm Nick, this is Jake and Isabel, and this is the Addams family Thing. Robot's called Thing. It's basically an attacking scoop-shaped robot for attacking from this side. But on the back there's a steel spike which is raised up and down on an arm for penetrating and tipping over robots.
First up for Thing 2 was the prize fighter. Stopped though. Didn't survive the count. All talk had lots of bravado and bluster, plenty of rabbit, but in the end wasn't too stoked-hearted. Cerberus, the dog from hell, was sent straight back there by Thing 2 on its way into the semi-finals. The Addams family. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo. Oh, Philip has got news of dissension in the pits in the Panic Attack team.
Does the Panic Attack feel scared about being up against the Addams family?
Oh, yes.
You are, aren't you? You were quite worried when I told you.
Yeah, he's fast, powerful, manoeuvrable. He's a very good driver, so...
But you're all those things as well?
Well, not according to him.
Oh, no! Is there dissension in the ranks?
Yeah, my driving's abysmal.
Oh, really?
Roboteers, stand by.
Kim Davis and Michael from Wales, and from Surrey,
3,
Thing 2 with Nick, Isabel and Jake Addams.
Activate.
Trundling forward Thing 2 with this array of weaponry, more for show than anything else. Panic Attack, solid, dependable. The lifting spikes also deadly. That's good driving away from Matilda and also Thing 2 from Panic Attack. Now we'll spin and try and come on the attack again. All the aggression so far from Thing 2 though. And this is a good clash here. Thing 2 using the rear spike. Don't forget that can lift as well. The eyes gleam. Brilliant decoration on Thing 2. A lot of work has gone into this robot and the rest in the series. Thing 2 took 12 weeks to construct. Panic Attack here again, of course, in the semi-finals, and Thing 2 up and over. The wheels spin aimlessly. Can it ride itself now? Acta est fabula. Exactly, no idea. The spike, useless now for Thing 2. This surely the moment when Panic Attack made it through. Beyond this stage, bouncing Thing 2 up and over, using really the momentum of the arena for Spike 2. In comes Dead Metal with that circular saw onto the tyres of Thing 2. Isabel and Nick, her dad, desperately trying to get Thing 2 moving again. Oh, look at that! The tyre is smoking and shredded there. Oh, and again, a horrible squeal. Oh, poor Isabel. Knows that it's all over for Thing 2. Kill-A-Lot looking on. Dead Metal saw. And Pincers have Thing 2 well in its grasp. And all that Kim Davis needs to do, bad driver and all, is stay out of trouble now as Panic Attack go through.
Well, Thing comes a cropper on the spike. Thing is now a thing of the past. Our reigning champion, Panic Attack, goes through. The winner is Panic Attack!
Oh dear, come round. Oh, your faces were a picture. It was sad, wasn't it? Because you were going really well, really fast. It was a really great battle, and just one flip later.
Yeah, we drove over the side of Panic Attack and it just went over. And it was really good up to then. It's a bit of a shame.
How are you feeling?
I'm not sure, actually. Well, it's been really great at Rover Wars, but I'm almost unhappy that we dropped out, but I'm not sure if I'm unhappy or not.
Because you got so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how about you, Isabel?
I'm okay. It's a bit disappointed that we didn't get through to the finals, but yeah.
Good. Well, I'm glad you've had a lovely time, because we've loved having you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you for being such great sports. You've had some fantastic battles.
Yeah, and Panic Attack were brilliant.
Do you reckon they're going to win the war?
Yeah, they've got a good chance now we're out.
Oh, fighting thought still. Well done. You were frightened about that one, weren't you? I know.
Yeah.
And you got a great flip in there.
Well, actually, I think it was his own fault. He drove up to us and got himself up on the back end. And really, all I had to do was reverse, and he just fell over on top. And once that was it, that was the end. So he was doing very well. He was pushing us everywhere.
So you did reverse at the right moment?
I did reverse at the right moment.
What do you say about his driving now?
I don't know.
I don't know. You were saying it was rubbish before.
It's good now, anyway.
Yeah, he is good now. I thought you might be good now.
Lovely family, the Addams family, but not any old thing can beat Panic Attack, you know. Next up, Big Brother and Mace 2.
From Brighton, Big Brother.
Little Joe, the captain's a big hero in the pits. His hero, Superman, and the steel whip and the Morningstar wrecking ball is more damaging than kryptonite. It trundles on tractor wheels.
This is Ian Watts, and that's Wayland. And it's called Big Brother. These are the deadly spikes. And they'll spike the other robots.
And they use those steadily spikes to beat Grim Reaper, first of all. Powerful robot. A sort of game of kiss chase developed here. Grim Reaper off after Big Brother. One wheel on that coffin. Next up, the suited and booted boys of Sir Chromalot, hardly suited for battle, it would seem. Big Brother through to meet Ultor in the heat final, and it was intriguing, very tight, very tense. Big Brother thought they'd won it. Ultor were given it by the judges, but they gave the Big Brother team a place in the semi-finals. How sporting! How nice! How unlike Robot Wars.
Hello, remember me? The one you won't cuddle?
Yeah.
Will you cuddle me if I bring some really nice news to you or not? Yeah? Okay.
We've decided that the judges' decision was wrong, in our opinion, and we're allowing you to go through to the next round.
You win.
You win.
I can't bring this cuddle.
We're cuddle now.
Is that good news or what?
Yeah.
That's how little Joe Watts got here with Dad Ian and Wayland Twiston Davis too.
From East Sussex, Mace 2.
A semi-finalist for the second series running. The weapon's a CO2-powered lifting ram which can hoist 90 kilos. The body shell's 3mm thick box steel with aluminium plating.
Hello, I'm Shane. This is Brian. This is a robot Mace. It's designed around wheelchair technology. The motors have been slightly modified to produce a bit more torque. We've got a front weapon, which is pneumatically powered lift, for hopefully picking up other opponents and
the back weapon's a high-speed chain flail, which rotates approximately 2,000 RPM.
First to be dismissed by Mace 2. Stinger, no sting in the tail there. Wheelie Wacko looked a little bit wacky in design, but Shane Howard steered that into the pit as well. Nitseek final, suicidal tendencies nudged and pushed towards Killalot. The house robots causing damage to tendencies, and Mace 2 making it into the semi-finals. Bearded Shane Howard one day wants to fly a helicopter to the stars, which is good because Philippa thinks these boys have got a lucky star over them.
Look.
Oh yeah, look at that, little star.
Look! We can see it at last.
The W on it.
You thought it didn't really exist, didn't you? And it's the twinkly Mace good luck star with an upside-down M on it. How are you feeling, Joe?
Nervous.
Are you?
Yeah.
Because Mace 2 is a big robot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, you've told me before what your tactics are going to be, and they always work, so what are you going to do this time?
Try and tip him over.
Roboteers, stand by.
It was Craig Charles, really, up a stepladder holding a star over Mace 2. That's sad, Craig. Big Brother with its Morning Star flame.
3, 2,
there, the Watts team.
activate.
Little Joe, the captain. The Morning Star flail hanging over the front of Big Brother. Mace 2 with a lifting arm immediately in underneath. Well, it's sort of wedge-shaped, isn't it, Big Brother? Coming to a triangular point at the front, almost. Mace 2 turning and spinning Big Brother. Question here of the lifting arm against the flail, which has been largely ineffective. Looks good, but ineffective, and Dead Metal nearly getting its pincers in there on Big Brother. Mace 2 doing a lot of good work early on here, flying the Union Jack, but now the drive by Big Brother with Dad, Ian Watts at the controls. Mace 2 backing away. There, Shane Howard has the controls. Brian Fountain alongside him with the hat. Bashing together, crunching, screaming metal. Again another quick attack there by Big Brother. Good driving by Mace 2, dodging away though. Fine control, and now spinning Big Brother up and over. And there, the guiding light, the guiding friendly star. And has it shone most wisely, prudently and luckily on Mace 2 again? I think so, because Dead Metal is in on Big Brother, and there will be no judge's decision this time for or against Big Brother. Little Joe, oh woe.
Cease.
Because Big Brother have gone out.
Well, Big Brother gets sprayed in the face by Mace 2. Mace 2 goes through.
I thought you were going to flip him.
We didn't actually think we were going to do that, but we couldn't get under him deeper, and we couldn't lift him up because we didn't really use the up and down much.
So in the end,
Yeah.
you ended up in Sergeant Bash's corner. And what did that feel like?
Bad.
It did feel bad, didn't it? And how does it feel now?
Bad.
You sad?
No.
Am I going to get one last cuddle? Am I allowed one last cuddle?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know, I say.
I know, but if I just have one more cuddle, then I promise I won't ask for any more.
Okay.
All right? The twinkly lucky star of Mace may continue.
What am I going to do for a job now? I write Joe Watt's scripts. He's gone. Mace 2 through, Chaos 2 against Trident next.
From Ipswich, Chaos 2.
With top speeds of 20 miles an hour, it will cause Chaos 2. Exceptionally quick, magnificently controlled by George Francis in his third series of wars.
Hi, I'm George Francis. This is Ian Swan, his son, Richard Swan. This is our robot, Chaos 2. It's 2 powerful motors to give it on each wheel and a high-power gas pad flip up on the front.
The great advantage of this is tremendous traction, sticks to the ground very well, and the flip up is awesome. It'll throw another robot clean into the air.
And that's what they did to Crocodilotron almost from the start. Look, beautiful Crocodilotron. It was over before it even began, really. Next up from the Hagley High School, Sonic again. Look at the power of the flipper. Not once, but twice and thrice. And then Roger Plant's Big Cheese. Hopes grated. Anyone for fondue? George Francis on the left likes flying light aircraft. Young Richard's only 9 on the right.
From Leeds, Trident.
Acts no questions, tell no lies. At 20 miles an hour, this robot flies. Deadly too. The shell's too shiny to be true. Tridenting it, Matilda.
Hi, my name's Stephen, and this is Neil and Peter. He's the captain of the team, and this is Trident, our robot. It's got these stair-climb wheels and an axe weapon powered by an electric motor.
Didn't have to do too much in its first battle against Tunturan, despite the splendid design of its opponent. 1 strike from Trident was enough. Tunturan immobilised. Tunturan sounds like the Thunderbirds tune. Tunturan, Tunturan. Certainly needed international rescue, but it didn't come for Tunturan. And next up, Victor. Victorious were Trident. Spinning its way into the pit, Victor. Great driving, not. And then Dreadnought. Well, Trident went into the heat final full of dread, but naught came of its opponent. Then, though, fun for us. You're all shiny. We want to see our faces in it. Stephen Bennett, the controls. Loves to play the guitar, he says. Wants to be a company director one day.
Roboteers, stand by.
Chaos 2. With George Francis, Ian and Richard Swan. George very experienced. And here's Trident.
3.
Surprisingly
2,
through to this stage. Stephen Bennett, the controls.
Activate.
This would be a mighty upset if Trident could beat Chaos 2 here. Oh, Chaos 2, great speed, and there the power of the flipper already. Oh, and again, and over goes Trident immediately. This is the most powerful flipper in Robot Wars at the moment. Chaos 2, immense strength, snaps into action, spring, up goes Trident, once and twice. Look at that, the speed allied with the power of the flipper, bang, up and over Trident. What a performance by Chaos 2. Trident left belly up and on the flame pit. Trident immobilised, Chaos 2 going through, and now the fun for the house robots. We've waited for this. Shiny, gleaming after 350 hours of work. How long will it take us to destroy you?
Cease.
Well, Trident tried and tested, and unfortunately, he failed. And I've got a chaos theory. Don't mess around with that little robot. The winner is Chaos 2.
Think of a real thing against Trident.
No, only when Trident's helpless on its back.
Which is most of the time, really, isn't it?
Yes, it's a miracle
Most
you
of
got
the
this
time.
far, isn't it?
I know. I never thought we'd get this far at all.
Didn't you?
And we lost to the best robot here.
Oh,
So that's
you did.
fine.
It's a
That's
fantastic
fine.
robot, isn't
yeah.
it?
Oh, it's great. It got us over really quickly.
I know, you didn't really stand a chance,
I
did
know.
you? Hey, Chaos team, you said you were frightened.
We were.
What were you frightened of? Oh, who did that?
We're not sure.
It looks like a shunt mark to me. That looks like a shunt scar.
Yeah.
And the fur got singed. And that's about it, really, isn't it? Other than that, you were in there, flip, did your job, and out again.
Short, sharp and sweet for Chaos 2, joining Mace 2, Panic Attack and Firestorm in the second round. And don't forget, each of these next winners goes through to the series final.
4 robots have fought long and hard to avoid the scrap heap, but now it comes to this. Only 2 can go through to our series grand final, so 2 will be recycled the hard way. Let the wars begin.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
Quite a bit. A little bit.
Have you been nagging your dad about his driving again?
For months. He's really...
Has he been nagging you about the driving?
No. He knows that we've got a pretty bad robot that we're up against, so we're not going to have a chance to go after the house robots at all anyway, so...
Really?
Yeah. I think we're going to test ourselves right at this time.
Really?
Really.
What do you think? Are you planning for them to test themselves right?
Well, we'd like to see. He's got too much confidence in us. We'd like to see us tip him over, but we'll see what happens.
No, things are going to go.
Yeah. So there's a lot of good robots gone out so far, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So take heart in that.
That's right.
Kim Davis and Michael Davis. Michael, you are a BSRP, a backseat robot here. Pain criticising your dad's driving. Graham Bone and Alex Mordew in the Firestorm team. And there is Firestorm. There is Alex Mordew at the controls. And of course, Panic Attack, the reigning champions.
2, 1, activate.
Good old battle this, you know. Panic Attack so steady. They spin to try and throw opponents off the scent. Firestorm nudging Panic Attack towards a CPZ. And that is poor driving by Kim to get in there, because you go in the CPZ and a house robot like Bash there can grab hold of you and punish you. And Panic Attack being lifted by Firestorm. Firestorm there on the right. A clash of reds and yellows out there. Splendidly coloured. Panic Attack's main weapon, of course, those front spikes. Firestorm driving in. Now the spikes underneath Firestorm. Firestorm just getting away, though. And don't forget, we've seen opponents of Panic Attack foolishly riding up on the side of the reigning champions and being flipped up and over so far. Firestorm on the attack once again with the wedge and the lifting arm sticking out there. Comes out with great speed, but something's been bent on the front there of Firestorm. I don't know if you notice it. The armour flat there, and I think that will prevent the wedge getting in underneath Panic Attack, but Panic Attack flicked up by the arena spike in underneath. Firestorm goes, you can see the bent front of Firestorm, but Panic Attack on its side now, out on the arena wall, bouncing down. Has its own arms to push itself off the arena. There's Panic Attack, now pushing on Firestorm again. Ooh, in towards Kill-A-Lot, with the lance protruding. Kim Davis is doing everything he possibly can to drive Panic Attack into the troubled zones here. Wonder what damage has been sustained by Firestorm. You can see its crumpled front. Panic Attack, in trying to push Firestorm into Kill-A-Lot, has caused itself problems again. Firestorm side on, but Panic Attack, that's good steering by Kim to prevent Firestorm coming inside on. They have the old CPZs, these two, don't they? I think it's cat and mouse here, trying to drag each other into the corner patrol zones. Panic Attack now in underneath Firestorm, which has shown very quick reactions and speed around the arena. And again, quickly away. Time ticking down, though. It needs a fast finish, otherwise it's going to go to the judges and marks on control, style, damage, and aggression.
Cease.
Well, they both set the stage alight, but one team are going to go out in a blaze of glory while our judges are making a decision. Let's look at the highlights.
Watch for aggression here, then. Firestorm pushing Panic Attack onto Bash the house robot. Also look for damage sustained. Look for controlled driving. Panic Attack wayward and sluggardly there on the arena floor. Again, more aggression from Firestorm. A little bit of damage sustained to Panic Attack. Style on the arena floor. Who was the more stylish of the two robots? I don't have to decide. The judges, of course, do.
It's a unanimous decision, and it goes to Firestorm! Attack, you were our reigning champions. Such a long, undefeated run, but you're out.
Well,
How do you feel?
it has to come to an end at some point, and they really do deserve it. They're brilliant robot, brilliant team.
Well, you were turning into a national celebrity. If you would have won this one, you'd been on the cover of magazines and things, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our reigning champions, Panic Attack. Yes! You're through to the grand final. You beat the reigning champions. There's no need for them nerves.
Wasn't that a brilliant fight, eh?
It was a
we
good fight.
wouldn't have minded getting knocked out in that one. It was a good fight.
You must be over the moon, lads.
Definitely,
Absolutely. Do you think you can go all the way now? You're in the grand final. You've beaten the reigning champs.
I don't know, Chaos is quite a good machine. I mean, I think we'll be doing well to beat that.
Finally defeated. I didn't actually think it was going to happen. Come in.
It's non-stop, all driving and twisting and turning all the way through it.
It was an incredible battle. I mean, you were really kind of equally matched, and you just lost it on aggression, according to the judges.
Yeah, probably.
So it's a terrible shame to see you go out. And will we see you again with a new, revamped version of Panic Attack?
Yes, if my wife gives me the time off to do it, yes.
You have no choice. You have to. I mean, he's the star. Come on, you have to give him the time off to bring us back a Panic Attack next time. Come on. Why do you think it's nippier than most of the robots here? What is it that makes that happen?
It's the differential we've got inside. They say that the steering and control we've got with the differential. It's a lot better than a lot of people have.
Right.
You can go straight when you want to.
Is it going to take you all the way to the top?
Robot Wars without Panic Attack, unthinkable. It's happened. Next up, Mace 2, Chaos 2. What a battle. It's happened before. It's a grudge match. A rematch. It came in the last series. Mace on the right, Chaos on the left-hand side. Chaos were the favourites in this, but Matilda flipped them up and over, and we waited for the self-righting mechanism to be activated by George Francis. It didn't work, and it was Mace who went through.
Phew, there it is. Your twinkly lucky star, Mace team. He won't. He just said, twinkle, twinkle, little star, shall we go and pack the car? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, the Mace team are going to go far. Not home.
Down the A21.
Stop it. OK, you've seen the opposition. You've seen they've got their twinkling star of luck.
Yes.
How do you feel about that? Oh, sorry, it's all right, Shane.
I think it's a twinkling star of bad luck.
Oh, no!
Oh, Richard Swan, brave words for a tiddler. Shane Howard and Brian Fountain, Mace 2. They don't look too bothered, or are they? They're the confident Chaos 2 team.
Stand by.
Chaos 2, formidable with the flipper and the speed. George Francis at the controls, Ian and Richard Swan, and Mace 2. Shane Howard and Brian Fountain.
2.
Brian on the right's met Paul McCartney, Eric Morecambe, and Ruth Maddock in his time. Oh, there you are. Chaos 2 immediately lining up a frontal assault on Mace 2! And it didn't flick up and over on that occasion. The weight of Mace 2, counting in its favour perhaps 78.6 kilos. It is the heavier of these two. Certainly, though, the slower by a long way. Only around half the speed of Chaos 2. Bumping and barging its way off the arena floor again. A big run up here, but don't attack that front lifting arm at the front of Mace 2. That can raise 90 kilos. Be warned, George Francis and your team. This is a really good battle developing here now. We thought it would be. Mace 2 and Chaos 2 together again. Oh, look at that bouncing down, but right side up. Little bit fortunate, perhaps. This time up and over. Starlight, star bright. The star of Mace is out of sight. And Chaos 2, again using that mighty flipper. Up and over. And there, surely, the star is extinguished. Chaos 2, a worthy winner, surely. In on the attack again. Mace 2 looks stricken. Chaos 2 perhaps sportingly trying to right its opponent because it knows that lurking, waiting to come in, the House Robots Dead Metal kill a lot, lifting Mace 2 up into the air. How many robots have we seen disposed like this? Thinking it may take it onto the arena flipper. No. What should we do? Shunt? No. What should we do? The pit? No. Yes, the arena flipper. I think it'll be kill a lot for us today. And Mace 2. How do we finish it all off for poor old Shane and Brian? This is how. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's come alive! Has Mace 2 perhaps? Surely too late though. In comes Dead Metal for a little bit of sugar and slice.
Cease.
Mace 2 out. Chaos 2, worthy winners. Sporting to the end, the boys from Mace 2. But it's Chaos 2 and Firestorm, our first pair into the grand final.
Well, there was Chaos 2 and Mace 2, but there could be only one. Chaos 2 through to the series grand final. Chaos 2, you're through to the series grand final. What do you think your chances are now?
Oh, quietly confident. It's the best robot yet.
What's your strategy going to be in the final then?
More of the same, really. Just hit them and flip them, really.
Just speed.
Down the front end under, flip them over.
Speed and power. I'm really excited about the final now. I'm
terrific.
Give it up for Chaos 2! Well, Clint Eastwood was the fastest of all the quick draws, but we're good, bad and ugly on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
And so, as we approach the climax of Robot Wars, Firestorm into the grand final, conquerors of the reigning champions, and joined there by Chaos 2 with its huge power and pace. Who will join them? 2 from these 8 in our next semi-final. Stegosaurus, big, brutish, with the strength of a dinosaur. Hypnodisc, phenomenally powerful. We've not seen a weapon like this anywhere else. Gravedigger dispatched the infamous Mortis. That was a surprise. Cutting a swathe through the earlier heats, Blade. But has its edge now been blunted by battle, I wonder? Making it to the semi-finals, Beast of Bodmin. They won the first wars with Roadblock. Now this is a case of nudge, nudge, wink, wink. The Evil Weevil, whose captain Kevin Pritchard was with the champions Panic Attack in the last series. This is one to watch. And after its titanic struggle through, we gave 101 10 out of 10. Built for under a $5. Scutter's Revenge through after its opponent Pussycat was disqualified for using an illegal weapon. And as we await for pieces of 8, just 2 more finalists will emerge.